Hey everyone, welcome back to Jackson Talks. How you guys doing? Hope you guys had a great Saturday today. My parents and my siblings left to go to the lake, so it basically just left me and my sister here. I just like playing video games and just like I've been drawing a little bit, but it's been kind of boring. But honestly, I prefer here, not the lake, but hey, you know. So today we are going to be talking about a video game that I love, but I also hate, which doesn't really make any sense because how can you love something but you also hate it? So the game I'm talking about today is the game Bioshock Infinite. The game came out March 26, 2013. Here's the poster for a more clear image. But yeah, I played the game around a year ago. I would like to think during the summer. I ordered it during the summer. June? No, July. I got the game July. Got it off of Amazon. Uh, Played it through. Great video game. But the thing is, though, is that I also don't really like it that much. And I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into that in a second. So, a little bit of background knowledge. Again, the game came out March 26, 2013. It is highly acclaimed. And it's the highest selling Bioshock game in the series by far. So, the first game in sales had 5 million copies sold, which is good. It's great even for like a first game in a new franchise. Bioshock 2 sold 3 million copies, which is 2 million less, and it was considered a moderate failure. It didn't really fail, but it also didn't make as much money as the first game, so which is disappointing. This game is fantastic, by the way. And then we got to Bioshock Infinite, which sold 11 million copies. That's more than Bioshock and Bioshock 2 sales combined, which is crazy to me. But I think the game trailers premiered on like TV stations. I think it premiered on AMC, Bioshock Infinite trailer, so it probably could explain it had a farther outreach. So it could be that, but the word of mouth did definitely spread, and it came out, and it's great. Thing is, though, is that it's not the game we were promised, because in the beginning of the development, which I think started around 2007, I believe, um, or at least I think it's 2000, maybe 2008, I don't know. Basically, Bioshock Infinite was being developed at the time. 2K decided to make a sequel by themselves with 2K Marin, which ended up being Bioshock 2. So, the actual developers behind Bioshock 1 were working on Bioshock Infinite. Yeah, um, Kevin Levine, though he does make really good video games, example Bioshock Trilogy, he is pretty bad at making decisions and making final deadlines because all he did was he wanted to add more stuff, wanted to cut stuff, wanted to do another rewrite, decide just a bunch of rewrites, and it caused the game to basically be like the 2K to be like, "Hey, you've been developing this game for like what, 5 years? Finish the game," which I would honestly understand because if I'm a publisher and I got this new video game series that's making me tons of money right now and they're spending 5 years or like even 6 years developing it, nah, we gotta sell the game at this point. So then they got the guy that also helped with Diablo. I think it's Diablo. I don't know. Um, to help with the game. They also got the director of Bioshock 2 to come in for the team, which is cool. And they were able to finish the game, and they were able to put it on store shelves, and the rest is history. 11 million copies sold, high acclaim. Years later, it's remembered as a classic. But here's the reason why I don't really like it. You see, in the gameplay is not that good, right? The gameplay is kind of fun with the uh airline hook. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. Basically, you travel around it like in some battle arenas, and you're able to like punch a dude with it mid jump, which is pretty cool, and it makes the gameplay a lot more fun. But you see the gunplay pretty mid. The whole vigor system, which vigors give you powers in the game. Um, I mean it's all right. It isn't, you know, it's not extraordinary, but it's just it's fine. The gameplay is pretty good. It's just not as good as Bioshock 1, or it's not as great as Bioshock 2, which is the best gameplay out of the whole trilogy. There's also the fact that the story is really weird. I am getting into spoiler territory right now. So if you don't want to have any spoilers, I would skip ahead maybe a minute or so. But basically, there's so many plot holes in this game. Like, Booker is apparently Comstock, and the only way to get rid of Comstock is to drown Booker, in which, when you drown Booker, it gets rid of all the Comstocks, and it basically causes the Columbia, which is the place where the game takes place in, to cease to exist. Columbia is basically like Rapture but in the sky, so, to clear that out. And it's just weird because they get rid of all that timeline stuff, and then they have to, like, in the DLC, apparently Columbia still exists, even though it shouldn't exist because Columbia is basically gone. And at the end of the game, Booker isn't dead. He goes back to being in his own dimension, which is probably the dimension where Rapture would exist eventually, where he gets to keep his baby daughter Anna, aka Elizabeth, and they live happily ever after. But it's still weird because all these plot holes, like, oh, we skip time, but you don't know we skip time, and then oh, you meet Elizabeth when she's older, and this is a different timeline where she's attacking New York, and she gives you a way to save your Elizabeth. And apparently, Booker has tried to rescue Elizabeth many times, but has failed. It's really weird. It's like, it's a lot. It's a lot. And that's just a lot of the stuff. But that's basically all the story stuff I have problems with. The characters are great. Booker is cool. Elizabeth is also a cool protagonist. She's not as annoying as you would think she is as like a companion, which is good. Sometimes video game companions are annoying as crap and it sucks, but not Elizabeth. And it's just like all the characters are good. Also, the morality system doesn't exist. So, like in Bioshock 1 and Bioshock 2, you had a morality system. In Bioshock 1, if you save all the little sisters, you get the good ending. Or, like, you get the good ending. Tenenbaum, which is the doctor lady, basically gives you praise and she gives you awards. And, you get the good ending of the game. If if you don't save, if you kill a little sister or like save one little sister, you get the sad ending, and if you kill all the little sisters, you get the bad ending. The good ending is canon for Bioshock 1, by the way. So then Bioshock 2 has the same thing if you save enough little sisters, but also if you save certain NPC characters, that could also affect the ending as well. That game has 6 endings, which is crazy to me, but... And then we get the Bioshock 2. One ending. Just simple one ending. You can make little itty bitty decisions in the game. It doesn't affect any of the story at all. Like, yeah, Booker can get stabbed by a knife on his hand, and where he has to wear a bandage for the rest of the game, which is cool. Doesn't really add anything to the story. Or you could help Elizabeth wear this neck bracelet thing, and you get to choose what pendant it is. It's either a cage or a bird. Doesn't affect anything at all, really. Just doesn't really. And it's just very, it's disappointing, to say the least, because I want at least to see some changes. We don't get any. Which, you know, I'm fine with. It's a game. It's a good game. But, you see, I was watching this YouTuber by the name of B-Town, BT Town with a zero. I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry. Where he was making a video about ranking all the Bioshock games. And this quote from the Bioshock Infinite part, it really, really set it in for me. It's a good game, just not a good Bioshock game. And that perfectly sums it up for me for Infinite. It's a good game. It's a great game. It's not a good Bioshock game. And that's really it for this Bioshock Infinite thing. It's a good game, and it's a pretty good prequel. The story is a mess by the end of the game, and the gameplay is pretty mid, and the actions and the stuff you can do in the game doesn't really affect anything at all. And it's all around just not a good Bioshock game. But it is a good game. And that kind of perfectly sums up my oh, there it goes. My whole entire experience with this game. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. This video was a little bit more quicker than the rest of my videos, but you know, the more you know. Anyways, I'll see you next week. I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you guys have a good Sunday tomorrow. Hope you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. So, see ya.